Chapter 3. Early Days. I was born in a middle-class family in Ranchi, India. My father had dropped out during his 12th grade and used to work as a bike mechanic, whereas my mother was the first woman in her local society to finish her undergraduate degree. Even though my mother is more educated than my father, she decided to quit her career and take care of the family because my father would work 12 to 14 hours a day for 6 days a week to make ends meet. Coming from that background, I only had two options, either to become an engineer or a doctor. According to the local society and family at the time, those were the only professions that made good money, and apparently all that matters. So had I even thought about pursuing another career, I would have been considered a failure. I have an elder brother, 4 years older, taller, stronger, and sharper than me. He was always great in academics and sports, and graduated from IIT. As a result, there was always an example to look up to. I am very thankful to be raised in such a hardworking environment. But it also came at a cost. I was always compared to him. If you have grown up with siblings, you know what that's like. Pro tip: never compare one person to another, as it creates insecurity. Loving them unconditionally is tough, but that's what creates inner security and a high self-image. As a result, I lost interest in education, and I was busy playing in my backyard and my father's shop building stuff. Today, that is like the Montessori style of learning, but at that time I had no idea about it. In fact, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Larry Page, Thomas Edison, and Taylor Swift were all guided through the Montessori approach through their childhood, which contributed to their success. Not that I knew that then, but it helped me nurture my creativity and learn at my own pace. As I was busy learning and exploring, academic education never made much sense to me. My brother and I went to the same school. He was an outstanding student, and I was often standing out, literally outside the classroom for a timeout. My school report card would always say, "Can do better." I was one of the shyest, shortest, and weakest kids in my class, to a point where one of my teachers used to call me a mouse. By 10th grade, I was fed up with school and decided that I would open an electrical shop just like my father had a bike shop, because I was fascinated by the innovative things my father used to do. For example, he modified his petrol bike so that it could run on kerosene, which was more cost-effective. But my family counseled me and suggested that I should get more degrees and explore more. I told them that I want to have a relaxed life and do something meaningful for society. I was given two choices, engineering or medicine. I couldn't qualify for IIT or any of the medical exams. Eventually, I ended up pursuing a career in basic sciences because the college I got selected for was offering me a full scholarship. So far, I had been trying out things by myself in my backyard, but now I got the license to go out and make things happen. So I jumped into the driver's seat and rode off into the next chapter of the already well-crafted plan of society, getting a college education. Chapter Summary. Never compare one person to another, as it creates insecurity. A significant number of leaders were raised through the Montessori style of training in their early days. Your beginning doesn't determine your end.